Hello, welcome to Beyond the Pole, and we're going to let you know that Beyond the Pole is supported by Hollywood Treasures. They're paying top dollar for gold and diamonds located at 772 East Ridge Road, and tell them we sent you. And we have Blue here, and we have Roxii, and we had a tragic event that affected a lot of people that we know in Rochester that occurred, and Roxii was really affected by it, and there's a special send out we want to dedicate our show to.
There was a little angel that walked the earth, and yesterday she spread her wings and went home.
Yes.
She went by the name of Shea Marie Leon Piazza. She is dearly missed by her and loved and remembered by her family and friends who were by her side to the very end. I was fortunate enough to actually go and see her just the day before she had her passing. I've known her for almost 10 years. She was, big into photography. She loved his music. And she was also a godmother to some beautiful little children who, this has also affected and who will also miss her very dearly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's tragic. It's really sad. I know Carl and a bunch of people, and I would see her a lot at the brew house and stuff when I managed at the Mirage, and, it's sad. And it's like a lot of us know her, but we didn't realize this was going on because a lot of people were unaware. So
her family actually mentioned that people were flying in from all over the United States when they heard that, she was running out of time. So she's very loved. Very loved.
Yeah, later on, we're going to have a special song sent out to her, and we'll talk a little more about it. But in-house, we have Blue today, who's actually traveled all around and has got lots of crazy stories.
Yes,
and,
I do.
Just had an experience. But why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Well, I've been, I'm from California, came to New York, and I've been here for a long time, 28 years. I love
almost as long as I've been alive.
Yeah, pretty much, because I am much older. But no, I'm a young old. I'm not that old.
She doesn't look that much older than me. That's the best part.
Absolutely not.
It's all about taking care of yourself.
Absolutely. Eat a lot of celery.
Right? Yeah. We were talking about she's got a unique ethnic mix. So why don't you tell us a little about your heritage?
I am Malaysian, Portuguese, and Egyptian.
Very cool.
Beautiful.
That's where she gets her eyes from. It's very unique.
Yeah, I can mesmerize you.
Yeah, she was saying that. So I know you just recently had some issues and incidents, and she was supposed to be on the show the past 2 weeks, and life happens, and that's partial about what our whole show is about. So
absolutely. I don't know what exactly you want to talk about, but I know what I've gone through, and I want to shout out to all the beautiful women out there. Color wise, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are. You deserve the best in life. We are the creators in life that I feel.
Absolutely.
And that we brought you here in this world, no matter what.
Yeah.
Who you are. Yeah. We're the ones who went through the pain and the suffering.
Right. We're superheroes.
We are superheroes.
We grow babies.
And absolutely, and we do what we do, and we're not perfect, but you gotta look at yourself too, and your decision that you make, and don't ever look at yourself as if you made a bad decision, because it's what you chose to do at that time.
Right.
Yeah, I do believe that, and some there's times that you make a poor decision, and later on you have to think about the decision.
You cannot regret what you did, because that was your choice at the time.
The best thing in life is to know that you never stop learning. And when you make a mistake, the best thing you can do is learn from it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I agree. Now, I know you just had an issue with an abusive relationship, and you're still actually bruised, which is terrible to say that. I mean, it is, as you can see on her eye. And I'm glad to see you're okay now. And we feel awful that happened. We did miss you, and we were sad knowing that you were hurt so bad.
And I love you guys. I
I
love you guys so much for being there for me. Honestly, yeah. I mean, it did happen, and all I can do is heal up and get over it and move on and have a better life.
Yeah, and avoid it, and make sure you don't find relationships similar like that again, or repeat the cycle. Absolutely. And actually, all of us in here are, we're survivors of different domestic abuse situations. Actually, all three of us.
It is a sick cycle.
Yeah,
and you got to change the cycle
and avoid those people, because we tend to.
It is your choices on what you choose to do. It does. It absolutely decides on who you choose. you know.
And there's all different forms of abuse. I mean, Katrina and I went over that a couple weeks ago. You know, she's dealing currently, you know, with trying to get rid of someone 100%, you know, because of legal issues and everything. Everything from stalking and just meddling with her, you know.
Calling people, telling them I can't work there, just every interference and
well,
stuff.
I lost work because of it. You know what I mean? You know, you can't go to work looking like that. You know, if you're beautiful, you know, that's what they try to do.
And then you feel bad,
and then you feel worse, and then you can't even go to work. You know, because you're afraid that people are going to say something, you know, and
or ask and bring it up,
or you just feel insecure, you know.
And you're scared and you feel like you don't want to talk about it and stuff like that. And a lot of girls I know, including myself at the time, kept leaving and then returning to the abuser. And that's what's the hardest part, is to get strong support systems of friends and everyone to help you stay away from it. And, you know, there's always places to call if you ever need help. Like in Buffalo, there's Haven House, Family Justice Center. What's in Rochester?
There's Willow. Willow is actually really awesome out here. At one point, I actually contacted them as well.
So are they actually in Rochester?
They are. They're in Rochester. Okay. Everything from goods, resources, shelter. They can really help women, especially in an emergency situation, get out. They help you with emergency game plans. When I was at a meeting one time, I heard one girl, I mean, she had everything about an emergency escape plan, such as, you know, barricading the door, getting out of the house, getting, you know, having your contacts on you, a duffel bag in the car ready to go.
They say usually have a track phone also, so that you got that escape, and, you know, that's another thing on the safety plans.
It is true that you can't always leave an entire situation 100% all at once, so an escape plan is good. And, you know, let family, friends know your plan too, people that you sincerely trust with your life. If you have children, have a plan for them, have safe, you know, passwords and stuff. So it's about being safe and having a plan. If you're in a situation and you're not even sure what you're going to do yet, have this plan, have it sorted out. Don't put anything on paper.
There's a lot of people who will help you.
Well, let's talk about this. There's a lot of retaliation that goes on in this world also.
Right.
That when someone gets hurt, the other person is going to retaliate on that person that hurt that person.
Right.
That's true. So then that's why people are afraid, and, you know, there's different circumstances on what you can do. And we're going to be cutting shortly into the song that you're going to be sending out to Shay.
Right.
And do you want to say something, or do you want to play the song first?
I think I'm going to have you guys listen to this song.
Yeah, I think we want to listen to it.
Those that are close to
no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think we want to listen to it.
No, we're going to listen to my song, actually. Not. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We got the song, yeah. Roxy, what's the song you picked?
Camera by REM.
Nice.
All right. Anything else? Like, do we have any information?
Yes, actually, before we get into the song, I do want to say that Shay's family and friends will be holding a fundraiser at the Montage Music Hall located at 55 Chestnut Street, downtown. The money they raise will go to helping Shay's family with costs associated with the loss of the beloved Shay. Like them, Montage Music Hall on Facebook to stay alert for the future update of the fundraiser. One of Shay's favorite hotspots to visit to support local live bands was the Montage Music Hall.
That's great. And now we're ready for that song.
Awesome.
Welcome back to Beyond the Pole. This is co-host Roxie Love, and I just wanted to give a shout out to Shay Marie Leon Piazza, who unfortunately, due to a long-term battle with a heart condition that she was actually born with, lost that battle yesterday, surrounded by her dear friends and family. That song was Camera by REM. And as many of her loved ones know, she had a soft spot for photography. That was actually how I met her almost 10 years ago, was doing some sexy, sweet little, photo shoot with my girlfriend and I. And Shay was a lot of fun to work with. And she was actually there for my late boyfriend's grieving that happened in 2011. We hung out a lot with some close friends. And, she was around while I got through that difficult time, and she was friends to him too. I just want to remind you that Shay's family and friends will be holding a fundraiser at the Montage Music Hall located at 55 Chestnut Street, downtown. The money they raise will be helping Shay's family with the costs associated with the loss of Shay. Like the Montage Music Hall on Facebook to stay alert. Right now they're organizing the event that was one of Shay's favorite spots to party and have fun.
Yeah, I think it's nice that they're doing that for her and everything. And I'm sure a lot of people will be out to support her, including myself. So
absolutely
it's something positive. I want a special thanks to Hollywood Treasures again. They're located at 772 East Ridge Road in Rochester. The number is 585-323-2174. And I decided this week our Cat's Meow quote is going to be, insane people are always sure they're just fine. It's only the sane people who are willing to admit they're crazy. By Nora Ephron. Now,
I like that.
I like it, you know. I think we all
are crazy.
A little crazy or crazy at times.
right.
You know,
I think the best part about our crazy, though, is that we can laugh at ourselves about it, though, too.
Yes.
There's those people who have no idea they're a lunatic, and those are the scary ones.
Those are the ones that are
Yes,
scary,
yes,
absolutely, because they don't admit that they are crazy.
they're not getting help. And it's always
We're
good
just
to get help.
silly.
Help always helps us, you know.
Yes.
But I want to actually give a shout out. There's a new club in town. Actually, the old 35 is called Dazzlers in Fredonia at 35 Water Street.
Yes.
And a brand new owner that no one's met yet, James, is up.
This
and,
is in Fredonia?
Yeah, in Fredonia. And literally, he's only been in town for a week, and he's doing a lot of remodeling. And unlike most strip club owners, which is interesting about him, is he's very hands-on. He's actually painting.
I thought you were going to say handsome.
Well, you know, he's actually handsome also, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get to check the package
And he's
rate
hands-on.
that
All
yet,
right.
but no.
Oh, my goodness.
Handsome, hands-on. He's actually sitting there cleaning and doing all the work himself. It's like refreshing to actually have young blood in the industry as an owner.
Right.
And
Someone really excited.
yeah, he's not really corrupted yet. He didn't seem like the
Well,
rest
he
of the
needs to be
owners. You know.
corrupted.
Yes.
He needs to be corrupted.
I know. That's what I thought. I'm going to be the one who damages him first.
Oh,
you know,
my.
brings him in. Welcome to Buffalo.
You are the veteran.
Yes. You know, let me take you to all the strip clubs, you know,
Tough
drive
love.
around and, you know.
Okay,
show
well,
some
you gotta
news.
you're gonna have to do that then,
Right. And that's what I plan on. I told him I'll introduce you to all my friends. And so I've been kind of helping them out down there. And,
Yeah, we're
you know, they're
friends.
hiring
Hi.
now.
Hi, we are.
We're all friends on Facebook. So, you know, it's been good. Now, now, Blue, I have some questions now. Do you, when do you plan on eventually leaving the industry? Like, you know, we all wonder, when do we decide we want to quit? Now, what is your point that you're done? Like, I have knee problems and stuff like that, and, you know, where it's hard to get up and down.
Right.
And a lot of girls, eventually, it's like shoulders or different stuff where you're like,
It's more back pain for me.
Back, okay.
I think it's more back pain for me. Also,
because we're athletes.
right.
Yeah, people totally undermine the business that we really do. I mean, besides
Well,
being in 8-inch heels all night
Yes.
and dancing for like 15-minute sets for like 10 different sets,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of work.
And then you take over 2 other sets, so it's not
Right.
just 15 minutes. You might
Yeah.
do a half
And
an
you play
hour.
therapist
Yeah,
all
it
night.
happens.
Right,
You
and
know.
you're paying therapists, and you're wearing 8-inch heels, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're on that
Right.
stage, and you're working your butt off, you
Right.
know? And it does, to me, it's more back pain than anything, but also my knees, because I had,
Yeah.
I fell one time off the pole.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you know, who hasn't?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Was
Who
there any
hasn't?
serious injuries?
Who hasn't? No, I got water in the knees.
Yeah, it does.
Water
They gotta
in the
drain it.
knees
I've had
for
that.
like
They
2
gotta
months.
drain it.
Oh,
It's
no.
terrible.
For like
It's
2
painful
months.
too when they
it's
drain
very
it.
painful. So, but I still worked. I would sit down and put ice and heat on it.
Isn't that the beautiful
and still
thing
get
about
up on the
us?
stage and do my thing to make everybody happy.
They
Yeah.
really don't know how strong we are, even physically.
We're very
even
strong.
physically.
I have holes in my knees, you know, literally from it because I was like a butt clapper.
Yes.
So I was always crawling around on my hands and knees.
Clapper.
And heaven forbid I can't be the dancer putting on the knee pads. You know, every guy would be lining up.
If
I
you-
walk out, wipe my face.
If you don't know what a butt clapper is, all you have to do is YouTube the butt
Have you
clapper.
ever done a pole trick? Yeah. And you just panicked all of a sudden, and you've done it forever, but you just panicked all of a sudden.
Like
and
you forgot how to do it?
I
Oh.
forgot. Have you ever?
Yes,
You know, I haven't actually.
I
I'm
want
not
the
good on
truth.
the pole. I'm, you know, stay away from it.
Yeah,
I'm kind
Katrina
of bottom
was
heavy.
more like the floor work and
Work, eye
know,
contact.
Well, Roxy's
you
very
know.
good at the pole.
Roxy's very good
Oh.
at the pole.
Oh, Lord have mercy. She's
Yeah,
beautiful.
Roxy's
They
on the
call
pole.
me
good
a
at taking
spinner. I
care
like
of
those
all
spinning
poles.
poles.
You're
Right,
like,
Roxy? You like taking care of all poles?
yeah, she can take care of our poles.
I would always clean it. I would always clean it before I would get on it.
Clean
Of
it,
course.
stroke it, you know.
You
it's
stroke
fine,
it and
right?
everything, right? Exactly.
Now, what's actually ironic is there's some dead air on accident in the beginning because I selected a song for this show and it was accidentally almost put on as one being dedicated to
For poor
Shay.
Shay, but I think she would laugh really
Luckily,
hard
we
knowing
all
that her
caught it.
song was
Well,
almost
let's laugh
cocaine
about
blues.
this.
Yeah,
Let's
so
do that.
my song I picked for this week is Johnny Cash, "Cocaine Blues." I've had an interesting week also, but we're just talking about that song, and actually, all three of us have been in jail at some point.
Yeah, we just
for
talked
some
about
span,
that.
and you really want to try avoiding making those bad decisions that land you in jail because you never really know who you're going to end up with. Sometimes it's a fun, wild adventure, and other times you're like, I'm terrified of my cellie. I don't know.
I can tell you stories.
Well, honestly, I don't like the food.
Well, yeah, the food's pretty bad.
You could
Plastic
deliver
food?
me Burger King or something like that, but
Amherst gives you McDonald's.
right.
Yeah, so that's not bad. They actually give you decent food and
No,
Erie,
they-
Pennsylvania.
I guess if you could call
the whole-
McDonald's decent food, but yeah, if you are in jail, that would be decent
That
food.
is decent food, McDonald's. Okay, now the Erie County Holding Center in Erie, Pennsylvania, they call it ECP. Now that is the worst food I've ever had. That's where I ended up in jail. And ironically, you don't realize because I messed up and I was down there and I did my time and my punishment. But my cellmate, she just got sentenced. It was all on the news and stuff, and I shared a link. I feel bad for her. I didn't realize what she did because everyone's got their own story and changes it, but she's going to jail for 30 to 60 years. And she's going to have to think about it a long time, and I had no idea. I actually thought she was nice. So that's what you were saying earlier on the show, that sometimes you do something and it's terrible, you got to regret it. But when you're sitting there and knowing that you did something at 18 and you're going to spend the rest of your life pretty much in jail.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And she even got a plea, so it was reduced. But, I feel bad for you. Sorry, Kimbrough. We're all out there.
Oh, my God.
Feel bad, but, you got to, it's sad. You just got to make sure you don't do stupid stuff, get in relationships with bad guys that encourage you to do dumb things. You always got to have, a strong enough head on your shoulder. And if you think you're making bad decisions, ask someone else, do you think that's a good idea?
And I want to say,
afraid.
don't be afraid to be single either. Some of the best moments in your life and growing is being solo and, finding out who you are and what you want.
You have to love yourself.
Absolutely.
You have to. You have to love to be lonely. In order to be lonely, if you are lonely, love yourself at the moment that you're lonely. Because once you can get through that, you can get through anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter about being in a relationship.
You need to love yourself first.
You
Because
do.
if you don't love
Because if you
yourself,
don't,
you're
you
not
can't
going to
love
love
nobody else.
anyone else.
You
And
can't.
Absolutely.
You don't
really
even know
believe
what
in
love
that.
is. Period.
Yeah. Now, I want to remind everyone that, thank you again for listening. But catch us next week here on WRFZ 106.3 FM and listen anytime at rochesterfreeradio.com/podcast. And like our Facebook page, Beyond the Pole Radio.
Absolutely.
And check it out whenever you want. And a special thank you to Hollywood Treasures at
Yes,
772
thank you,
East Ridge
Hollywood
Road.
Treasures.
Actually, all of us know Raphael very
We
well.
know
so-
everybody. We are all
Yes.
there. We're family.
I'll say it again. You get around, Raphael.
Yes,
Raphael.
he does. He just know them all.
We love you.
So, it's cool. We all all worked at Aura and different
Yes,
places
we
all
did.
together. And,
Absolutely. Yes, we
gone,
did.
So
We worked a lot of places.
yeah, and special shout out to our friends and family.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say about Shay or?
Yeah, just that shout out again to the family. Love you guys. You guys are great. And we all know that she was very, very much loved. And once again, just like the Montage Music Hall on Facebook, so you can stay tuned for their fundraiser that's coming up for Shay to help the family pay with expenses. Thank you so much.
And next week we have what's going to be our best show yet. I'm very excited about it. Okay. We have dancers and their therapy, legit registered therapy dogs. So we have
dogs,
yes,
ladies
dogs.
and gentlemen, dogs.
Cute dogs under 5 pounds. Cute dogs under 5 pounds that
Stripper.
dress like their little owners
Dogs.
and they get tips and they like whipped cream. So they're stripper dogs that are literally living or in strip clubs at the same time. It's great. And we're going to be like, who let the dogs out? And we're going to be filming this so people can see and actually see how cute these dogs are. And we're talking about hot, sexy 13, time winner, male entertainer of the year, Bailey is going to be in the house, and his adorable dog Zeus. And I don't know, we can maybe take some whipped cream off Bailey if we want, which would be fun.
Jeez.
I kind of know a Zeus though.
Yeah,
I kind of know one.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have Twyla, Twyla Marie that everyone knows in Buffalo. She's also used Morgan,
And she has a Facebook, right?
Yeah. She's quite the character, and she's gonna be here with TT, her dog, who actually has her own Facebook page.
And the dog has a Facebook.
Yes, and the dog has danced, and I've seen it on stage multiple times, including customers giving it dollars
Wearing
and stuff.
sexy, cute little doggy
Cute
outfits.
little outfits. It was dressed as a duck before.
Do we not have a blue dog?
I know it's gonna be fun. So I thought about pretending my dogs are
get
therapy
one.
dogs and just have a whole bunch of animals
blue
running in
dogs.
the studio. No, but we're not going to. So thank you again for listening this week,
Thank
and we
you.
look forward to next week.
Absolutely.